Howdy, y'all. Welcome to episode 1 of our FTB Lite 3 modded series. It is the Lite 3 pack, of course, again, just like with the Lite 2 pack, I've added a bunch of different mods. So I figure we'd spend this episode just kind of covering what I've done and the mods that I've added. You can see I've done a little bit, not quite too much. Everything is still pretty much manual. My farms are all still manual. This, of course, is magic crops. These are just essences. You need these to make pretty much all the other seeds. Do have quite a few of those going. These are also magical crops. This is pretty much my food right now is tomato juice, V8s. Of course, we have Tinkerer's Construct. That's where my tools are from right now. And then these are also magical crops over here. And they're being harvested by something called progressive automation. Now, these are kind of neat. I played around. This one is a stone one. This one is a wood one. I can't really tell if there is a benefit to using stone over wood, honestly. Doesn't seem like it's any faster or that uses fuel more efficiently. I'm still trying to figure that out. Those are both progressive automation. Let's just go we'll go into the subsets and we'll look at mods here. You can see we have advanced genetics. I have started on that already. I have flight, swim in lava, and water breathing right now. Aroma Core, I don't really know what this one does. I think it's just I think this one's needed for the backup. Auto Packager, which I haven't messed with yet. Bagginess, I think this one is standard with the mod. Now the ones that I've added are Advanced Genetics, of course, Big Reactors, which is our power source right now. We'll take a look at that in a minute. Chisel, of course, Computer Craft, Enchanting Plus, Ender Storage. I don't think I added extra utilities. I think that was already in there. Flat sign's already in there. This one's a little depressing. This forged microblocks. It's still a little buggy, this pack. I'll talk about some of the problems I've had so far. I added, of course, Iron Chest, Magical Crops. Minechem is back in this one. Haven't got used to started using that one yet. Minecraft's in there, okay. What else did I add? I think I added open blocks. I don't know what this one is. I didn't add that. I guess it's with it. Pressure pipes is with it. Random things I added. Let me see. Solar flux was already in there. So there should be Morph too. Well, I guess it's not in there. We do have Morph also. I think that's really about it. I didn't add too much. Let's go in here and see before all the mobs come out. Don't have a magnum torch set up just yet. But what I've been working on so far, this is, of course, kind of our spawn location. We started out down in this little hole here. We'll just run down. This is where I want to move this, of course. This is still down in here. This was kind of our starting area. Why is it still open? There we go. Just some cobblestone and such. Our mine is further down that way. We're using computer craft turtles, of course, to mine still. Haven't got anything else yet. I've got some ender seeds over here. I just got some blaze rods last night, and these are essence of enders. you take these and you stack them like in a chest pattern, and you're going to get about 2 stacks of 16 of ender pearls from this. So that's kind of where I'm getting my ender pearls right now. What am I hearing? I hear something moving. This one, of course, is Essence of Blaze. I took 4 of the blaze rods. I made the essence seeds out of those. Those are just starting to grow. Got the slime trees. These are Tinker's Construct. These little, I hear you. Where are you? I don't know if y'all can hear him. I hear something moving. Is he down in the hole? Oh, there he is. Get away from me. Did have some cows down in here, and Creeper got in there, and I didn't even see him, and I come walking by, and he exploded and killed all my cows. Jerk. That's okay if we can get more. We're kind of in a plains area that all in that direction is plains. Got tons of horses, sheep, cows, pigs. Yeah, we're not hurting. We can always go snag more. Now back here we've got, this is our fuel source right now. This is essence of uranium. It comes from these uranium plants. This is of course fertile dirt. It comes from random things. I think things grow like 3 times faster on the dirt. These are gassed crops. These are pretty cool. The nice thing with these is you get a bunch of these. You get like 6 or 10, I can't remember, per 8 pearls. So yeah, you're gonna get quite a few of those. I think it's only 6 gives you 10 or something like that of those little essences, so that's pretty good. Now this is using, can we see it down here? This is also using the both of these are also using the progressive automation. These are both stone, I believe. This one, no, this one's wood. But the way the progressive automation works is you kind of use them like a planter, but it will also harvest. Now the benefit with the, you notice there's no wear on the hoe. The reason is because on the fertile dirt, it doesn't need to till to plant these crops, so the hoe never wears down. Now there's also a miner that will dig like straight down, or you can add the upgrades that'll add blocks around it. I don't know if I'm going to mess with that. That's kind of like the Ender Quarry. It requires cobblestone. You actually have to put cobblestone in it so it'll fill the hole that it leaves. And then, sorry, let me readjust my seat here. And then there's also a chopper. It's called a chopper. It does kind of the same thing. It doesn't go underneath though. It goes like, it would be where this tree is right here, right in the middle block. And then it harvests around it, and you add the upgrades to add more area. That thing is really slow, and it goes through axes like crazy. So as soon as I could, I got rid of that and went to a planter harvester. This works just so much faster. And now right now, I don't really have a ton of ender pearls. I mean, I've got it. I'm just getting to the point where I can start using them. Made some safari balls and that sort of thing. But I don't really have any tesseracts, so all the power right now is coming from these redneck cables. Now there's some quirks to this one. One, thermal expansion doesn't have. You remember the conduits from previously? They're no longer there. There was a mod in here until they just updated called tubes, and it's gone. There's really no power cable with the exception of, let me see, is it cable? Well, there's the redneck power cable, which is what I'm using right now, and then there's pipe. Let me see, what is it? Yeah, then there's energy pipe from extra utilities. So those are really only your 2 options to move power around, and I did not have enough to make a QED just yet to use the other one, so I am just using the redneck cable. Down here, of course, we have our reactor. It's a small reactor. It's just 5 by 3 by 5, and there's only 4 cores on the inside. Just this level. There's one there, 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 and then of course in the back corner, and then in between, below here, there, there, and there are diamond blocks. There's no liquid coolant in here at all. And well, we can open it up. Doesn't matter. So you can see that on the inside there's diamond blocks, and then over here are the power rods. So let's put that back in. Now, of course, right now we're trying to build it up so we can get the cyanite. We need that to make the reactors. Now, this actually makes 1,400, almost 1,500 when it's running full and it's completely drained. It's 1.4.9. Is it gonna get up that high? About 1,459 or so flux per tick. So our power needs are not a problem. Now, luckily with this mod, you're going to run into, with Minechem, you not only get the yellowite, which you need, which was the bricks in there, you also get, do we have any? Let me see, uranium. Yeah, you also get uranium. Now, so you get the yellowite and you get the uranium. Both of those, when you pulverize and then cook them up, you get yellowite ingots. So you get tons of that stuff to start off with, and then if you have the magic crops course, then you can grow the uranium. You could do yellowite. The only reason I did uranium is you didn't used to be able to pulverize the yellowite. You can now. So and there was not yellowite seeds in previous versions, so I didn't know if they had. I didn't even realize they had added it. So, but it's in there now. So you can go either way you want to go. You could do yellowite or uranium. I just went with the uranium because I figured it's something I can use for Minechem down the road. Now let's talk about some bugs with the patch, or not the pack. Why can I talk today? With the pack, some things that I've had. Some world holes I've had issues with. I've had to fix 2 with MC Edit, where there's a whole chunk missing. Now, thankfully, it hasn't been on anything that is part of my base. Excuse me. You'll notice if we go over here that this is redstone furnace resonant. Everything else is basic. My first 2 machines that I had down in the mine there were the pulverizer and the furnace. When I used when I wrenched these. When I wrenched these and brought them up here and placed it back down, it was a redstone furnace resonant. I'm not going to break it back down. God, Lord. I'm not going to break it back down and make it basic just because of that. So, I guess that was a bug in my favor right there. Some other problems are with NEI. Every once in a while, like I'll look at something and, I'll look up a recipe for something, and then it locks on that recipe, and I cannot get it to go back to normal. So I'll have to go in and actually clear that folder out and have it like reset, which is kind of a pain. Because you can't do it, there just doesn't seem to be a way to reset it with options or anything. So, Patreon, I didn't see that before. I don't even know what that is. That's the Patreon. That's sort of the donation sort of thing, I guess. So that's where we're at. I have a very starter building. I'm still trying to decide what I want to do. Oh, we have our mob spawner up there. That thing's pissing me off. I cannot, it is so bizarre the way it's working. That is, it's so weird with this thing. It is the same design that I use in every freaking world. If you're watching my vanilla series, it is the exact same. I actually did try a different design this time, and it didn't work, so I just tore it down, which took forever because it always takes longer to tear this stuff. Because when you can fly, it's actually really easy to build those things. And I had bat form, of course, so it doesn't take long to build it. But tearing it down, because you have to land to be able to break those blocks with any quickness. So that kind of, I don't know. I'm still working on trying to get that thing to work right. Now, at this point right now, the world is exactly what you see. I've just found another fortress yesterday, and it took me forever to find that thing. And then, so before that, to even get blaze powder, I was using glowstone with the liquid redstone to get blaze. But of course, you can't use blaze to make ender pouches or anything. So I did go and find another fortress, and just luckily did not totally die getting attacked by blazes. And then of course we made the boy, my brain, where's my brain today? I don't know what's going on. We had the flight always helps. Now I have swim in lava. You get that from a pig man. We may go over the advanced genetics mod later. There's some other ones that I want to get, of course. I'm still trying to find a jungle biome because I really want speed too. So I got to find a ocelot to get some skin cells off of. Of course, I want the extra heart, so I got to find or not find, but make a iron golem. There is a village way up here. Way up here. And the only reason I found that is I was looking for spruce trees, and the reason I was looking for spruce trees is that's how you make podzol, if that's how it's called in this pack. You surround dirt with spruce leaves, and it gives you podzol. And then you take the podzol. I think it's Mine Factory Reloaded. They have like a fertile dirt also. There's two different versions in this. There's the random things one, and then there is the Mine Factory Reloaded. I tried them both out. This one, you can actually see a noticeable growth difference. I really didn't. I don't know what the advantage to the Mine Factory Reloaded one is. So, plus you do need to have Silk Touch to pick that stuff up. If not, it turns back into regular dirt. So you go through all that work, and then it turns back into regular dirt when you pick it up, and that sucks. But this one, the fertilized dirt here is just dirt, zombie flesh. That's why I don't have too much of it. And bone meal, I think, gives you the fertilized dirt, and you do actually see a noticeable growth difference on just like regular dirt. Like these are just all regular dirt over here. Oh no, did I just do that? Damn. Oh well, I'll fix that when I till. And that's another thing about fertilized dirt. If we go over here, this is another reason I like fertilized dirt. See that? Nothing happens. It's not tilled. Yeah, that's awesome. So eventually I would like to get all my farms with that fertilized dirt so I don't have to worry about that. So, where I want to go from here, that's what I'm still trying to figure out. This is just a starter building. I don't even know if I like this thing. I want to clean it up some, I guess. Maybe change that gray glass out for a different color. I don't know. But my options are a couple of things. I can, one, and what I'm kind of leaning towards is building multiple buildings, not just having one structure. Now, of course, this one will probably end up being like my main work area and storage area. Eventually, when I get enough to get wow. better power online. I'll move this out of here into its own building. Of course, this my plans are this and all the Minechem stuff, all the advanced genetics will go into its own building. And that will probably be my main storage area down there. I'll just have a bunch of chest storage units, that sort of thing for the big stuff. And then I'll probably do similar to what I did last time. I'll have an ender chest here where all the stuff that I would need the most will be just a stack will be sent up there and kept in that ender chest. Let me see, what else? So I can do that where I can just do a bunch of different buildings, which would be kind of neat. Each building could be different. Or another possibility is I could do an underwater type base. Those are, of course, more difficult, require a ton of glass. Of course, I don't have to do glass. Or I could do something like I've done previously where, we just do sort of a elevated thing out over the water. I do like to build over water just because mobs don't spawn right there. If you light the area up real well, then typically you're okay. But that's it. That's the pack right now. This is where we're at. Have not been to the end yet. It is nice that I have advanced genetics at the start because now I'll be able to get that heal crystal ability, which I couldn't get last time because I had already killed the ender, so I didn't have any ender skin cells. I'm just like, I swear to God, there's a hole in my brain right now. It's leaking down the side of my head, but there's just so much to do at this point. We still have crappy armor. I don't have any of the chanting set up yet. Those redneck cables only do, I believe, 1,000 RF a tick, so they pretty much don't even handle what I'm putting out with that reactor. Well, at least not the full thing, but the place is still pretty ugly. I've got scattered farms everywhere. Eventually I'd like to just make one big one and then have like each quadrant be a different magic crop. So I mean, there's just a ton of stuff to do. I really don't even know where to start. I think just each day we'll pick a project, or each episode we'll just pick a project and we'll do it. We'll get a piece done. I really want the oh shoot, what's it called? Red Stone Arsenal. There we go. They've got new armor. I do need to get an enchanting area going, which means I need some books. So, I've only got a lame kind of darn it. Good God, sugarcane farm. I swear I'm not on drugs. Just tired today. So like I said, a lot of work to do, and we're gonna get to it. So let me know what you think. Underwater, floating, or just buildings. Me personally, I'm kind of leaning towards the buildings just because it will give us the opportunity to, because the forge thing is weird right now. It's not giving me the option to do any blocks other than what you see when you go to the forge. So, and it's different every day. Last time I did this was coal. So, yeah, I can't even run power cables in the wall and hide them, which kind of sucks. But, all right, guys. Well, that's going to be it for episode 1. Just kind of a real quick tour, taking a look. I think I probably won't do it on camera, but I want to get all that Tinker's, the smeltery. I want to get it moved up here into its own building, kind of like a blacksmithy sort of thing. So I'll probably have that done by the next episode. But yeah, I'll figure out what I want to do. I think I want to start working towards better armor, because I have nothing right now other than this iron, and I am getting my tuchus kicked by anything that gets past my swinging blade. So I appreciate you coming by. Don't forget to check out the vanilla series. I have not put out an episode in a while just because I've been trying to get this pack working correctly. Like I said, there's been some issues with it. There was really bad lag issues until they just recently updated. And I was wondering if I was just going to dump it and do something else like mod sauce or something. But whatever they changed, it seems to be working better now. I'm still not running Optifine or any of that stuff. Probably will just for a little increased performance, but you know, it's running pretty good and it doesn't look too bad. I do want to get a texture pack, but I should have some time now that I've at least got the you know, the power situation going, and I've got some sort of ability to get stuff done other than just mine, that I don't have to spend so much time on this one, and I can get back to doing a little vanilla. Hopefully, you know, soon. So don't forget to subscribe. That way you'll know whenever I put out a video, whether it is vanilla or the modded stuff here. And if you could, leave me a comment down there. Let me know what you think. And hell, share it on Reddit. Thanks for coming, guy. Oh, my God. I should almost just delete all this and start over. But, hey, thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. And I will see y'all later.